Hi, we're back with challenge number 3. So for the challenge number 3, we are going to be creating this adorable gift bag. And let me tell you, you can also make this adorable big gift bag longer, and this will also hold a bottle of wine, let me get in the camera, and it will stick out the top. So it's also great if you want to keep it longer. And to go with this challenge, my desk is such a mess and all my notes here, but we are busy working on our online crop. Who's having fun? I know I am. So here's our gift bag. And then to go with our gift bag is this adorable easel card with your own handmade envelope. So when you send your easel card, the recipient will be able to showcase the card that you've made. Now, one thing with the card, I did go ahead and I put the paper on the back. I will go ahead and do these insides. I like my cards to be completely finished. Now, when you bring this open, again, you might find some tutorials where these are left blank. I don't like to leave mine. I like to finish it. And it's only, you're making this with scraps of paper. You can make probably 10 of these cards, the bases and everything, in an hour, and then go back and decorate. Decorating is easy and quick. I kept them easy and quick because you just want to do a little layering. You can do some ribbons, little embellishments, trying to show you how quick and easy you can get cards out. Now, you'll have a space for writing, and then you can also actually make this as a pocket, so you can stick a picture in there, and then the recipient will be able to showcase their card. Great if you're in swaps, cute little card to send to your swap partner, and the envelope that it will fit in. So you can even make it out of the matching paper if you like, put it in the mail. Now for our bag, I would actually do a different size card because this is 4 1/4 and our bag comes out to be 4 1/4. So if you want to make also a stack of cards to fit in your bag, you can use this for your a gift giving where you do homemade cards. So maybe you do 5 or 6 homemade cards, and the envelopes that actually fit better, I would keep your cards down to like a 4-inch card, so it'd be 4 inches wide, and you can adjust this if you want it to be easel cards and you want to give a gift of finished easel cards, maybe do some birthday, a couple of different holidays, put them in the bag with the envelopes, and you've got a really cute quick gift. Great for swap partners also, and these are just great for you, those quick last minute. Now this also makes a great gift card holder, so you can make this the pocket, put your gift card in, and there you go, you have a cute little gift card holder. And what I'm doing is I'm still using the same line of paper that we made our boxes out of, because I just want to have it all matched. Now, how cute is that? You can't go into the store and buy matching everything like this. So we're going to start with our easel card. Now for the easel card, again, get your scraps out because it's so simple. Let's cut one piece at 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. So I'm going to use, and for your sorry, I do have to go off camera. My cutter's over here, and so is my paper if I can grab it. You're going to be using basically scraps. So always cut the smaller size first, which is your 4 1/4, and then cut your length 8 1/2. Now your next piece, you need a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 square. So you want it to be perfectly square. Now, if you want, you can, if you have the cardabella, because it's heavier, you can make the whole card out of the cardabella, and you don't even have to worry about decorating. Just using a little stickers here and there. Now you're going to want your inside piece so that you have a place to write. We're going to do that. We won't go through the decorating. Because everybody, you know, that is pretty self-explanatory. You just cut your 4-inch squares to match. So what we're going to do is cut another piece of white that I will put on the inside, and I'm going to cut that 4 by 3 1/2. You don't need it to come down since you're going to put that decorative piece there. Okay, now we can just start with our 8.5 inch piece. And we are going to score this at 4 1/4. Then we're going to score it at 6 3/8. So you just go 6, 1, 2, 3. If you're using the Score Pal, you have a nice big dot there. And that's all the scoring that we need to do. So let's go ahead and push up our score lines. Now, as you saw, this piece, this is actually what becomes our card. So you need to turn this over because we have to add our other 4 1/4. No, sorry, this is what becomes our card. Sorry. You ever start doing something and then all of a sudden you get turned around? Well, that's me. Sorry. Let me just do this refolding. Okay. Now we're going to flip it over. So you want to have it go up, down, up. Flip this baby over. Okay, so it's like this. Now this piece right here, so it'll open this way, is where we need to put this piece. This is what becomes our easel. So along here and along here, you can use score tape, wet adhesive, even hot glue. I'm just going to put a small piece in the middle for extra holding power there. I'm going to remove my score tape backing. Now I'm going to take this piece, just like when I make a mini album, I'm going to line it up on the sides first. Just to make sure everything is lining up straight. Then I'm going to take my card so it looks like this now. I'm going to just lay it down. See how quick that is? I think they're a lot quicker than your foldovers. Now, you can already see it's starting to take shape. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. And I'm going to put this piece down. And hold on, I just had there we go, mishap with the glue gun. It went over on something plastic. So there is how you construct your card. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you on here the measurements. So for your cover here, you're going to want to cut a 4-inch piece of your decorative paper, and then I just cut some pieces of the paper and I layered them. This was from the sticker pack that comes with this paper line, and I just chose a snowflake and put a little flat back pearl there to dress it up a little bit. Then when you open it up, like I said, it's up to you. You could leave those plain. I like to have them finished. I just cut a 2-inch piece for here by 4, 2 by 4, and another one, and then I just used my punch. I believe it is this Martha Stewart one. It's one of her smaller ones, the lattice, and I just cut it and I put the border. Now you can use lace. You could do anything you want. What you're looking for is you just basically want a stopper. And lace will work across there. I've done them with lace. Then this is another sticker from the Element, just a little Merry Christmas. And then as you can see, I did not finish these, and I will. And then the back, I just cut another 4 by 4 and used this piece of the sticker, one of the smaller stickers. Or you can stamp it if you have one of the stamps made by. And so that is how you make an easel card. Isn't that easy? Now you can make these larger if you want to go 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. You just want to adjust that you have 2 1/8 inch score lines here. And that's just how you make them bigger. Very simple. Where we scored, you just want to go, make sure you have 2 1/8. 2 1/8, and 2 1/8. So you have those 2 spots because that's what makes your easel card. Now let's make the envelope. I just love it. I just think it's really cute. Sorry, I could play with them all day. My envelope, I use just the plain cardstock or the craft cardstock by Cartavella. And I did use my envelope, yeah, what's it called? My punch board. Now for this envelope, because you do need to have room, so I went down and chose a 4.5 by 4.5 inch side. The card is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, but using the 4.5 by 4.5, see, it gave it just enough room to slide in. And then what's fun is I've also done it with the matching cardstock, so it's up to you if you want to use it. It will take almost your whole sheet. That's why I'm going to do the cardstock in craft, and then I'll just use sticker embellishments, and I'll probably put one back here before I mail them off. So if we're going to do 4.5 by 4.5, we need to cut 7.5 by 7.5. And these projects are fun ones that you could do on, if you have a lazy, say, Sunday or Saturday, and you can really whip out a lot here in the next couple of days. So we went with our 4.5 by 4.5, 7 by 7 inch piece of paper. We're going to go to the 3 3/4 mark, punch, and then you have a little groove here. So let's go ahead and do our score line. Turn, and I just line that up with the score line. Turn. And I used to think that making the envelopes was really, too much work, but I'll tell you, it goes fast. Especially if you make all your cards consistently the same size, you can just whip them out really fast. So we're going to go ahead and just bring our fold marks up. Now it's up to you. You can go ahead and round off this corner on your scoreboard. Your envelope board there, it has that little punch. I'm just going to leave them. Now I like to use my glue gun with this. I just hit the corner, just the very edge, so I know it doesn't get on the inside. And then the same here. By using your glue gun, you also are knocking out a lot of time. Now these will be open. Whoops. So if you're going to mail it, you may just want to go down, but you don't have to. And card goes in, fold over, grab your sticker sheet, and maybe just pick one that you really like and use it as your seal. And there you have a beautiful card with your envelope. Do you see how quick that was? I mean, even with decorating, because you're going to have a lot of leftover papers, this is a great way to use your leftover papers. And get a bunch of them made. Send them to your swap partner. She would love, I know, to have a set of cards. Quick, you can get those out fast. Now, let's go to our bag. I just love making the bag. 2 things. Again, I'm going to use the Cartavella paper, and then you're going to want a piece of ribbon for the handle. Now I like to start out long with mine. It's about 36 inches. You fold it in half and just cut it. You don't have to go that long, but I have found it makes it easier when adjusting your handles to match, because sometimes you end up having to cut more off on one side than the other. And then you just put your tissue paper in there and a cute gift, and you're good to go. So let's get started on that. So let me grab my paper here. So you're going to cut your 12 by 12 inch piece of paper, and you're going to cut this down to it has to be 12 by 8.5. Now we are going to, I'm sorry, let me just Okay, we'll just ignore it. No, it sounds terrible. It's my son. He'll figure out I'm probably recording. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to start on the 12-inch side. There we go. Sorry about that. 4 1/4. So let's go ahead and score at 4 1/4. We're going to score at 5 3/4, 10, and 11 1/2. Okay, now what we need to do, we need some centers here. These are our sides, and we need to, like gussets. So you're going to start at the 5-inch. I want you to look over here at your 5-inch. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to just score kind of down to that 5-inch like you would normally, and then just loosen up and just let it go very lightly. Very simple. Then we're going to go into our 10 3/4. And we're going to go ahead and go down again to our 5. Just scoring normal, then just let your go. You just need a little bit of a mark, not a lot. We're going to turn this. We are going to score 1 1/2 and 7 1/2. That gives us the nice finished edge on the top. Okay, now let's go ahead with our first score mark. It's going to be here. I'm just going to work from that end, and I want to go ahead and really burnish it. That middle one, just ignore it for now. That extra one we did, the little half one. Same with the middle. Ignore your middle one there. Give it a score. And 7 1/2 here at the bottom. And then our top one. Okay, let's see which side you can see better. Okay, down here you have this little corner. We're going to cut this corner out. Okay, now, excuse me, we're going to cut, there we go. It's hard to see. We're going to cut on one side of the score. We're going to make like a little triangle, not a lot. See, just so that you've taken out a good amount. So cut on one side of your score line, just a little bit at an angle, not much. And then just go to your other side. Let's cut that baby right out. Same with this one. We've already cut out this other side. So this is the one next to it. And again, I really like to use a pattern paper for this because it just already gives it that finished look. No worries. Now for this middle one, this one that we went about 5, just get a little score towards the top. Maybe the first, you know, down to that 5. Nothing, you don't have to be super perfect there. Now you're going to push it up this way. I'll give it another score. And I found by doing it that way with this Cartabel paper that it works better because it's such a nice stiff paper. Now, trying to get this turned. Because I want that to the outside, we have this little 1/2-inch score lip here. And it's going to go on the inside. So you don't want it on the outside, you want it on the inside. So I'm actually going to lay it down so when it comes over, it'll pretty much match. And then you just want to get out whatever adhesive that you're wanting to use. There we go. Once you crease that middle, it'll fold on nice. So use whatever adhesive you like. You can use wet, hot, score tape. Don't go over that score mark. Then just lay it down. Clean up any glue you may have, or there we go. So you can see now your your bag is taking shape. Now you may have to push that in a little bit. This is turning out cute. I like the way those cutouts came. So now for the bottom, because we've already cut these out, you may just want to add, and you don't have to, a little bit of adhesive to these edges. I've made the bags where I didn't, so you can do it either way. I'm just going to fold that over. Push my bone folder down and into there. Then I'm just going to go around the top here, sides. Fold that over. Go down in. Now for this little guy, we have to fold it over, and you're going to want some adhesive. I do anyway. If you don't have to, but you just want to work it around. Okay, and then what I do is I open it back up. Like I said, it's totally up to you. Score tape, maybe a few pieces here and there. Same, I'm just going to take some hot glue, just a little bit around the perimeter. One thing, if you're using it for a gift bag for cards, and you want to make homemade cards to put in here, you will want that lip to go down, because I found when I bring my cards up, they were getting stuck. Now, you can use this just like this. You don't have to put your handle on if you don't want to, but I want to. I like the handle, and I'm really liking this. I can now write on the bag, top and bottom. So don't be afraid to use, if you've got, I know, and you hate to cut these cut aparts, but love them. Now, if you have the crocodile, this works great because you're going to go through all layers. If not, you're going to just put your marks where you want and use any kind of a punch. You can even use your scissors to make your hole. With the crocodile, it's great because I went ahead and I put it here right in the middle, and I know they're all going to match this way. That's my stopper. So if you have a Santa Claus on your list, you might want to tell him you need one of these. Then I'm going to put my crocodile in and go through all my layers. Everything will match, and I don't have to worry about measuring because I've already set my stopper, and it's not going to let me go any further. So now we can take our ribbon, and let's feed our ribbon through the hole. And the nice thing with these bags, you can decorate them even more. You can add flowers, really dress them up, especially if it's for, you know, a special family member, a special friend. And then I'm going to bring it right up. I'm going to tie my knot. And I'm going to double it again. Try and hit the same spot. Sorry. And then we're going to take the other side through. And I'm going to make a double knot again. And I'll tell you, it'd be nice when I'm not wearing this Band-Aid. Cut your ends off. So there we have one side with our handle. Let's do the same thing again. Now we're only going to do the one side because we need to try and match up. Oh, cut your ends off so it looks nice and finished. Now I'm going to feed this one through. And I'm just going to lay it there loosely as I bring this end up, just to kind of get a feel where we're at. So you can play with it, pull on it this way. So it's pretty much even. Then just make a mental mark. Grab that with my finger. That's how I do it. And I'm not going to tie it tight yet. We're going to double check again. Oh, we're good. So if it's where you want it and it looks good, then you can go ahead and do your double knot. And there you have your gift bag. Matches nicely with the boxes, matches great with the cards, so you can give your own designer look to your gift packaging. And again, this is perfect. You know, fill full of cards, fill it with hot chocolate packages. How fun would that be? And some miniature marshmallows for the neighbors. There's some really cute Bo Bunny Christmas paper you can use for it. So we've got our boxes, we have our cards, and now you have your bag. So this is challenge number 3, to create your bag and your card. And again, you can decorate your bag however you like. I am going to put some tags on mine. They'll be hanging down. I'll punch them with my circle punch. And you're going to want to stick your tissue paper in there, and you are ready to go. So I can't wait to see what everyone creates. Don't forget, post them on Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creation by Tuesday evening, and we will have our drawings.